Hey, welcome back to ATCHAT.
Wow.
It's been a while. The last we spoke was some football thing, right? And
oh yeah, that's right. I almost forgot about that.
yeah, some Manchester and Liverpool thing went on, and I think the results was a draw, right?
That's why I almost forgot about that because such a forgettable match.
Didn't they play together again after that?
Yeah, they played and then Manchester United won.
One of those days lah, right?
One of those days lah. But since you brought it up, I must also put on record that Manchester United lost last night.
But not to Liverpool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right. I saw online. I saw a tweet.
Yeah.
One of our local Malay guys tweeted they said I'll translate in English lah.
Yeah.
To all Manchester United fans, please remember to scan your MySejahtera QR code when you go back into the cave.
Why I don't get it.
Because when Manchester United was losing, right, they were very quiet. So the joke is they are all hiding in the cave. And then when they won, they came out from the cave. Now last night they lost, right? Now they have to go back to the cave. They have to scan MySejahtera. Must follow SOP.
Okay.
Hey, where are you lah, bro? Where are you?
Yeah. So right now I'm in Mount Everest. Right?
Wow, very nice. High budget are you, huh?
Yes. Because I come to know that Moses, right? He went all the way to Mount Sinai, to meet God, and he got the 10 Commandments from God. So that's many years ago, lah. Okay. But I think along the many years ago, then Everest also came out. So I wanted to challenge him. Yes.
Oh, Everest grow lah.
Yeah, Everest grow lah. Across the whole 3,000 to 4,000 years, Everest grew.
I got no budget lah. I'm only here in Kinabalu.
It's okay lah. I can see you from there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the pics, you can see each other.
Yes. Very good. Yeah, how are you? Good. Compare internet bills.
Not bad. Yes, organizer sponsors my internet bill. Okay. So speaking of do I have enough oxygen? Yes. So I am actually supported by a famous oxygen tank. If you can see what I'm wearing right now.
Wow,
nice. Made in Malaysia. So make sure everyone stay safe and wear your mask. Okay,
very good.
Cool.
I must wear also.
Okay, because we're in high places.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the thing. We wanted to talk about the 10 Commandments.
Yeah.
Right? And the topic is whether it's relevant today. And the question is not really for us lah. We are old timer, We born in the years where 10 Commandments were said loud. But now it's today, right? And so we wanted to know if 10 Commandments is relevant to the young generation, to the teenagers. Yes. And to answer those questions, we actually have 2 teenagers with us in our show. You want to introduce them, Pastor?
Yes, I would like to introduce them because this is amazing people, Yeah, they know the 10 Commandments by heart.
Later we ask them.
Yeah, it's engraved in their heart already. Yes. One of them is a famous TV star, TV star lah, celebrity.
Okay.
Yes.
You know what show she acted in, Pastor?
I think the show is too young for me lah. But I think it's Club UPSR or something like that lah.
Wow.
Yes. That one all because I already way past the UPSR. I didn't watch lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's you will also see her in other commercials, KFC lah, UniEM lah. Okay. Wow. So I'm sure our how many million viewers out there today? 9 million viewers will recognize her lah. So let's welcome Keziah and Khyenn.
Hi guys.
Yay! Welcome.
Thank you.
Wow.
Okay, and then we have another guest on the show today. Okay, her name also start with K lah.
Okay.
We got Ganesh, we got Keziah. Now we have Khyenn.
Wow, Khyenn.
Khyenn.
Wow, yes. Khyenn, I didn't know you'll be in the show. I'm very honored to be with you in this show. Apparently, Khyenn is also a rising celebrity lah, or at least a wannabe lah, right?
Yeah.
So she has a band called V3
V3, yes.
Is that what it's called? Wow.
Khyenn, can you please tell us V3 stand for what? What does V3 stand for?
Hello everyone.
Wow. Okay. What does V3 stand for?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Just a name.
Okay. It's okay.
Oh, I think it stands for woo woo woo.
It's okay. That's V3 for another time. But today it's K3. Yes.
K3. I see. I'm the one now.
So
I think I should change my name to Candy lah.
Yeah, wait.
that's quite good, Pastor Candy. All right.
Candy.
Okay, so yes, thank you for joining us, Keziah, and in fact, Keziah is K and K, Keziah core, right? So we have 4 to 5K today. So thanks for joining us, Keziah and Khyenn. You represent ex-teens, but probably also represent many teens in this world today. And today's topic, as we want to cover, whether or not the 10 commandments are still relevant in today's day and age. But I think before we go into the heavy stuff, just to let our viewers know that if you're watching, you also can ask any questions at all regarding, well, don't simply ask that, because 10 commandments is like a huge topic, right? But we want to talk specifically on whether it's relevant in today's day and age or not. So if you have any questions, or if you want to challenge any thoughts, do write it out in the chat box or the comment section. Let's talk about it. Let's chat about it. And our panel for today, they are professionals, and they will attempt to answer your questions. So before all that, we have some activities planned out. So let's start with that, just to get our gears warming up, right? So today we'll be playing 2 truths and 1 lie. Wow. Talk about 10 commandments and start to lie, yeah.
What a good start.
But is do not lie part of the 10 commandments? Think about it. Okay. So, all right. So 2 truths and 1 lie. So Keziah and Khyenn has both submitted their entry. And let's start with Keziah. So what happened is Keziah is going to show out or speak out 3 statements. The statements are also shown on the screen. And one of the 3 statements are false, like as you've seen here. Those watching with us from YouTube or Facebook, you can also answer this. Just type it out in the chat box and we will know the real answer later. Khyenn will answer. I know the answer because organizer told me already. Pastor Andy and Khyenn can play the game together with all you viewers. All right, Keziah, you want to read out your statements?
All right. So my 2 truth and 1 lie are: I am mildly lactose intolerant. I am the queen of patai, and I jog every day. Now you guys guess the lie.
So what's the queen of patai? Pataya.
The queen of eating patai. You know the stinky beans?
Right. Okay. It's not a popular food lah.
The lie is the first one, I think. I hope I'm right.
Mildly lactose intolerant, huh?
How
so Khyenn guess the first one, is it?
Khyenn guess the first one, yeah, correct.
I think I will say the last one lah.
You don't believe Keziah jog every day? She's a celebrity. This her thing, right?
Yeah. No lah. I don't think she jog every day lah. I think she joke every day lah. Joke.
Okay. So number 3 is probably false because of MCO. Yeah, saw that. Okay. All right, Keziah, what's the answer?
Yeah, so the last one is the lie.
Wow.
I knew it.
Not bad. So Yue, you got it correct too.
Story.
Oh wait,
running.
Yue, you got it wrong. Yue says the first one.
Too bad, huh?
Okay, Khyenn, you're next. Let's go. You can just read it out on your screen.
Okay. Khyenn.
Kaya is loading.
Wait, I am supposed to read?
Yeah, you have to
She's still loading her own.
Okay. Wait, you can read yourself.
Come on, Khyenn.
Come on, read out. We want to hear your voice.
Where's the in it?
Give us a V3 voice.
I have 2 younger siblings. 1 brother, 1 sister. My brother is 8 years old. And my sister is 13 years old.
She gives storyline all that.
Try
And I am
convince
a slightly messy person.
Okay.
And I can't play the guitar.
It's funny how she had to take a lot of time to explain the first one.
No, because
so
like,
fishy.
my sister just graduated. So like you guys know. But I have one more brother.
That's
Who is
called
8 years old.
that's called the extended
But
lie.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Okay. Now I'm like, okay, is this game still on? Because
All right, what do y'all think?
Okay lah, Keziah, you go first lah. I follow you.
I think the last one is the lie.
You think Khyenn can't play the guitar? What an insult to a V3 member.
Okay, I think second one is the lie. She's not messy.
Looks pretty messy to me.
Oh no.
No.
Okay, so someone said second, someone said third. No one said anything from the crowd. What's your answer, Khyenn?
The first one.
The first one. Okay.
I have only one sibling.
Only one sibling. What's your sibling name?
Kyrene.
Is that your sister or your brother?
Hey, in other words, Khyenn just told a lie in front of 9 million viewers. Wait.
Oh,
her lie is like
no.
super
I
elaborated, right?
Oh, habis.
Okay, let's go next.
Okay.
Keziah.
Alright. The next one is I ate dog meat once. I enjoy watching mukbangs or mukbangs, however you guys want to say it. And I enjoy traveling. So which one?
Wow,
Wow.
if you enjoy traveling, it's a lie. Man, you have such a sad life, man.
Well, we're gonna find out later. So make a guess.
Okay, you guys go ahead.
I think the third one.
Well,
Third one is a lie.
I think.
I think the second one is a lie lah.
Second
You don't
one.
enjoy watching mukbangs. You enjoy making them.
So what's a mukbang? Like, is that a cooking show or something?
So it's basically right. YouTubers, a lot of YouTubers does this. What they do is that they buy a lot of food and place it on a table. Then they just eat it while speaking with their viewers about like different topics about like criminal cases or something funny like that lah. So it's just basically like a hangout, but it's them eating lah and we're watching lah. So yeah.
I see.
Shall I-
Wow. Okay.
Okay, so what's your answer, Pastor Andy and Khyenn? So the public said dog meat, Keziah, no. That's from Mansing. And that you also say that because they just don't want to believe that you ate dog meat. But I think you ate dog meat before lah. You are a Punjabi. Sorry, that's such a racist remark.
I can confirm the dog meat she ate before because I was there. No, I wasn't there.
I was confused.
Okay.
She
Okay,
don't know
I
that I
said
was
the
there.
third
She don't
one.
know that I was there. I'm everywhere. No, like I'm in Kinabalu now.
All right. Such a serene place. Okay, so
So I say the second.
yeah.
Dog meat. Okay, I changed my answer. I think she didn't eat dog meat once. She ate dog meat more than once.
Okay. So
Good.
your answer, Keziah?
Alright, so the lie is yes, the second one.
Right. So
I
you
ate
don't,
dog meat
Yeah.
before.
you don't enjoy mukbang. Okay, cool.
I
Wow, you
shouldn't
eat
have
dog
changed
meat.
my answer.
Kezia, that's
I
That
ate dog meat
sin.
in a church, you know.
oh, that sin is even bigger than breaking the 10 commandments. Whew.
I was curious.
Okay,
Why it
let's
tastes
move
like
on.
chicken?
Yeah, we don't want to know. All right, Kezia, Khyenn, your turn. Go ahead.
Hello, Khyenn.
Oh, okay. I don't speak Mandarin. I love it when it rains. And I mean, who doesn't, right? And I like vanilla ice cream.
Oh, okay. You
Which
don't speak
is
Mandarin.
a lie.
You love it when it rains. You like vanilla ice cream. Huh.
I think the first one is the lie. Because I never heard Khyenn speak in Mandarin.
That's why it's supposed to be the truth, what?
That's why it's the truth.
Yeah.
She's loading like
Wait, we're supposed to guess the lie, right?
Yeah, the lie.
Yeah.
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 All
The
these
first one.
seem like truth.
Oh, okay. Now
she just
Load
she
it
just
in,
got it
load
like
it in.
okay, loaded. All right. Cool. All right. Your answer, Kezia.
The second one.
Second one. You think that Khyenn don't like it when it rains. She likes sunshine.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What does the public think? Second one. All right. Sunshine, Khyenn.
So she likes the sun, not the rain, huh? Okay.
What's that?
So me, I choose that one lah. I love it.
That
when it
one. So,
rains.
all right. What's the
I think
answer,
that's
Khyenn?
I
Wow.
can speak in
I was
Mandarin.
supposed to.
But
I was supposed to.
I can't really sing. I mean, I can't really read well, but I can speak.
Okay, but you can speak.
Yay.
Maybe share something about yourself in Mandarin.
我会
Yeah,
讲
say
华
something
语。
in Mandarin now lah.
Yeah.
Yay.
Hey, that one, those people who cannot speak Mandarin also can say lah.
你要我讲什么
Wow.
？Okay, next.
I actually understood. I actually understood what you said. You. I mean, I don't like to say this, but we all know that I'm handsome. So, all right, let's go next. Keziah,
Alright.
last set of 2 truths and 1 lie. Let's go.
Alright. I have a sweet tooth. I use the
Wow.
Maggi curry powder to make Maggi goreng. And last one is I do my own laundry.
The last
How would I know?
Okay, but the second one is quite interesting, right? You use Maggi curry powder to make Maggi goreng. Isn't that what everyone does? If
Yeah,
it's a Maggi curry?
exactly.
No, like the Maggi curry. You know how Maggi curry is supposed to make Maggi curry soup? But I make. Oh no. I terkantoy myself. Yeah. But if I were to make, I would make a Maggi curry goreng, like the fried one, the dry one.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So wow.
Okay. Oh, you mean like like Indomie goreng lah, the dry one,
yeah.
is it?
Yeah.
Because the actual mama, if you go to mama and order Maggi goreng, they do use the Maggi curry powder.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
It's alright. Okay, so the
I thought it
public
was interesting.
the
Okay.
public
yeah,
thinks
but
that
we get what you mean. We get what you mean now.
yeah. The
Ah.
public thinks that the third one is a
So that's
lie.
definitely not a lie.
That's-
Why?
Oh.
And
Yeah.
someone named Jonathan Singh said that you having a sweet tooth is a lie. So Jonathan thinks that you do not have a sweet tooth. What do you think,
Okay,
Khyenn?
then I say
Jonathan.
that too because I agree.
Who is this
with
Jonathan Bloyo?
Yeah,
Yeah, who
Jonathan
is this Jonathan Fuller, huh?
seems quite new lah because he hardly joins Access Chat.
Yeah.
But today he's quite active. So
Because last time, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Jonathan
thanks.
Singh never see before. I only see Jehuda Curry House before.
yeah. So thanks for joining us, Jonathan. Hope you had a good
Yeah.
time. So what's your answer, Keziah?
Keziah? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
correct. I have a
Yeah.
sweet tooth.
Wow, Jonathan Singh
I
seems to
don't-
know you quite well, huh?
Wow,
Wonder
must
why.
be one of your super fan, huh?
I
Wow,
don't
super
know.
fan.
You know, fans everywhere. I think this was one of my what? The paparazzi lah. This one.
Paparazzi, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
Let's
secret admirer lah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Oh my god.
The last set will be shared by Khyenn. What's next? All right, let's go.
I have cat. Actually, I wrote there I hate cats, but okay. I have cats. I've never chewed gum. I have been to Japan. So you
Wow.
ignore the
Wow.
have, it's actually hate.
Oh, it's actually a
Yeah.
hit. Okay, so actually this is 2 lies and 1 truth lah.
Yeah.
Why you
Okay.
you laugh also loading one. Okay.
Processing.
Okay, but for the sake of the game, so this is I hate cats and not I have cats.
Yeah.
All right, so organizer, it's your mistake. This one, own up to it. And yeah, so I hate cats. I have never chewed gum, and I have been to Japan. What do you all think?
The answer just showed.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
That was Keziah's previous slide.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay lah, it's kind of obvious one lah.
I think the first one is the lie.
Okay.
You think Khyenn loves cat?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, am I supposed to guess?
Yeah. So you say that Khyenn have never chewed. Khyenn never chewed gum is a lie.
Okay lah, I also
Yeah.
choose that one lah.
So it means that you have chewed gum. Oh no,
Yes.
wait. Yeah, that's what you think. Okay, what's the answer, Khyenn?
I have never been to Japan.
Never been. Okay.
Yay.
Come on, are you sure?
I actually thought you are a Japanese, but some Japanese have never been to Japan too. So, all right. Okay, so that's all we have for Two Truths and One Lie. Thank you for joining us in this activity. Not only to Khyenn and Keziah or Pastor Candy, but everyone else watching. Good job playing the game. You get to know these two celebrities even more today. Okay, now comes the heavy stuff, right? Are the 10 Commandments still relevant today? So I don't know, Pastor, maybe you want to give a context to how did we come to this title?
Wow, put me on the spot. I don't even know why we came to this topic. I thought you were the one who suggested the topic.
No, the organizer. They forced the topic to us. Like, hey, y'all better talk about
Who's
this.
the organizer?
Yeah.
No, I think it's because well, we don't normally talk about the 10 Commandments much. Well, maybe we don't lah, but some people do. And there's a lot happening around the world today. Laws are changing everywhere. You know how countries can change their laws? In some countries, they have actually passed laws where they now legalize like gay marriages. So in certain countries, right, you can actually marry the person of the same sex and it's legal. It's not wrong. Whereas in like in our country, it's not right. It's still a crime to do that. So, but we all live in the same world. So how can it be like in one country, something can be so wrong, and in another country, something is right? And so is law something that can change over time? I get obviously human law seems to change, but how about God's law? 10 Commandments is God's law, right?
Yeah.
Should it also follow human way? That means like, okay, maybe 5,000 years ago, this law would have been applicable and relevant. Maybe people back then needed this kind of law, and now it's been like 5,000 over years, many thousand over years. Does it still apply today? I think it's something we need to talk about lah. I think it's important for us to discuss this, and so people know, okay, is law like ever constantly changing thing, or does God's law apply at all times and to everyone? For example, the 10 Commandments. Yeah.
Right. Wow. Cool. Thanks for sharing, Pastor Andy. Really put you on the spot. But let's take a look at what the 10 Commandments are. Then only we can think whether it's relevant today. So I'm not sure if Keziah or Khyenn knows what the 10 Commandments are.
They know. But they want you.
That's why it's here. Okay.
That's why they want you to say it. They see whether you know or not.
Yeah, it's for the viewers.
It's for the viewers. Yeah. All right. So as shown on the screen, also for the benefit of viewers, here are the 10 Commandments. Actually, it's also well, it's not really paraphrased, but it's shortened, right? Because the 10 Commandments are taken from the Bible, specifically from the book of Exodus or Deuteronomy, and it's written in the biblical formula. But what the organizers did was they just take it out and short form it a little bit. And as shown on the screen, here are the 10 Commandments. You shall not have other gods before me. You shall not make idols. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. Wow, this is something everyone does these days. Curse and all that in the name of Jesus. All right. Remember the Sabbath day. I don't know Sabbath day, but seems like you are having such a Sabbath day in Kota Kinabalu. Keep it holy. All right. Honor your father and your mother. You shall not murder, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not steal, you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor, and you shall not covet. How do you pronounce that?
COVID.
COVID.
Covered.
All right, covered. Okay, so that's the 10 Commandments. Is it relevant today? What do you think, Keziah and Khyenn?
You want to go first, Khyenn?
All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sure, I'll go first. I think yes, it's still relevant today in today's context, and because after all, this is from God to humans, right? And it's not like humans have changed over time, and the world has changed. But I think there are still a lot of aspects where there are a lot of things in humans that hasn't changed much since that time. Yeah. So for example, yesterday I actually had someone. I attended a class lah, and they were talking about Cain and Abel, and I can see like there's still so many characteristics of them, which is kind of similar to people even today. So I think there are a lot of things in people that hasn't changed much yet, and I think um it definitely can still be relevant lah. Yeah.
Yep, I agree with Khyenn. For me, I feel that Christians should believe that the Ten Commandments are still relevant today. Whether or not the world feels it's irrelevant or not, lah. Because the Ten Commandments is not man-made, but it's God-made, right? So if God made something, there will definitely be a purpose and a reason, lah. Just like how He created humans, He created humans for a purpose and a reason, right? So I believe that anything God made, there's always a purpose and a reason, lah.
Wow. Okay,
Hey.
thanks for sharing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so viewers, if you're watching through Facebook or YouTube, you can also weigh in. Do let us know what you think, and if you have any questions regarding the relevance of the Ten Commandments, or if you agree or disagree, do type it out in the comment section or the chat box. We want to have a chat and a discussion about your thoughts as well. Yeah. What do you think, Pastor Andy? You are a little bit more nearer to the older generation. You're a little bit more nearer towards when the Ten Commandments were being made, and it was definitely relevant that time. Do you think it's relevant today?
Do I think it's relevant today? Well, first of all, I think it's the 10 Commandments. It's not really the 10 suggestions or 10 advices. And because God called it the 10 Commandments, we have no choice but to take it as black and white, right? Because if He said 10 suggestions, then maybe there's some gray to it. But He said it's a 10 Commandments, so we have to contend with it as a black and white. We either have to choose that it's black or it's white, right? Right or wrong. Also, we have to consider that this came from God, not from Moses or someone else, right? So to suggest that it's no longer relevant or it's no longer applicable, are we then suggesting that God made a mistake or God changed His mind? Now, there are things that God did in the Old Testament that He don't necessarily still apply in the New Testament, and it may seem like God changed His mind. But I think to understand this, we have to understand the Bible and God in a bigger way, lah. All right, we understand that the Old Testament is the shadow of the New Testament. That means the New Testament is what is the substance, and the Old Testament is the shadow. And so there are some things that God did in the Old Testament to actually make things clearer in the New Testament. It's not that He changed His mind. It's just that because Jesus has not come yet and has not fulfilled all the law and promise yet, we will not be able to understand what God is trying to do. So if we apply some of these things to even the 10 Commandments, then we will understand how God looks at it. I think that way we can answer the question whether it's relevant or not. Now, whether it's relevant or not can also be seen as whether the spirit of the law, the heart of the law, is the spirit and the heart still relevant today? Like, for example, the Sabbath one, right? When He said Sabbath, those days, for the Israelites, right, it literally meant a particular day in the week, which many in the world today, many Christians in the world, they call Sunday their Sabbath day, but to the Israelites, Sunday is not the Sabbath day. For them, it's another day. It's sometime, I still can't remember what time it is, but it's sometime in Friday all the way to Saturday at a certain time. That's their Sabbath. That's their day. And it's a literal day. So are the rest of the Christians in the world who don't practice that Sabbath day, are they all wrong and breaking the 10 Commandments? That's where I feel we have to look at the spirit and the heart of the law. when God said that, I believe He's teaching us the principle of setting aside a day to honor Him, to rest, to honor Him, to worship Him, and do not touch that day and take that day and use it for something else. I don't believe God meant it has to be that particular day. So that's an example of what I mean by what is the spirit of the law? What is the principle that God is trying to do, trying to teach in that law? So even if you think the exact words, like for example, Sabbath day, don't apply to us, but what about the principle? Does it apply to us? That's what I mean. So in that sense, I believe the Ten Commandments are still relevant because all of the principles are relevant.
Right. Wow. Thanks for sharing, Pastor. Very deep. Very, very. I don't know how to continue. Okay. So
got question in the crowd now. Got audience.
Okay.
Got question now.
So the question asked this way: does making statue that symbolizes the resemblance of Jesus goes against the second commandment? You shall not make idol. Very interesting question, right? Because the whole making of idol is quite well, at least in the biblical days, quite complemented by the making of statues and charms and idols and all that, right? So I guess his question is, if the idol, if the item that they create is Jesus himself, is that then making an idol out of God? Is that okay or not okay? Yeah.
Let's hear from Khyenn and Keziah.
Yes.
Deep. Wow, this one need some time to think.
So I'll break it down to you guys. So I have some friends, right, who who are not Christians, and they wear a cross chain, right? Well, I'm probably deviating from the question that Nicholas asked. So I have those kind of friends, and then I also have friends who are Christians, and they wear chain, and they don't really live like a Christian, right? I also have Christian friends who don't wear the chain. So why am I saying this? I'm also lost.
So in other words, what this person, I think Nicholas is asking is, if you wear a chain with Jesus on it, which in other words is someone who made an image. I think if you read another translation of the Bible, it actually uses the word image. You shall not make an image of me, right? Again, what I just said is a paraphrase also, but in some translation, the Bible uses the word image. In other translations, it says idol, right? So is wearing a necklace with Jesus on it or a t-shirt with Jesus on it, is that making an idol out of Jesus? The person who made it, who designed it, and also you who wear it and supporting it.
Because that's also the third commandment, right? You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. You write Jesus. What do you think about that? Yeah.
Yes, I believe that's what they're asking. So, any thoughts, Khyenn or Keziah? I know that you're still loading your mind, but
Loading. I think it depends on the person's intention. Like, why are they wearing that? Is it for style, or is it for like showing that, hey, I'm a Christian and things like that? I think, yeah, to me, I think it's about intentions. Yeah.
It's the heart that counts, huh?
how about
Yes.
I mean, I do agree with Keziah. It's like the intention and why you do it lah, and the heart behind it. Like if you're going to, like if you make an image out of Jesus or anything, like why you do it, then you have to think lah. And then yeah, I think it's just the intention and the heart behind it lah, whether it is good or not so good lah.
So in your opinion, right, what would be a good intention to do it?
A good heart.
A good heart.
I mean, a good intention, like, I don't know, but if the person wants to show that they're Christian by wearing the necklace, then okay, yeah, sure. But like if they are not a believer and they want to wear that for style, then like what is I don't know. Hold on, I need time to think. This is a bit
Okay.
hard.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, All right.
Very interesting, very
Probably
interesting.
Yeah.
a good one would be like if you want to remind yourself about uh Jesus every day, then sure, right? Yeah, I just can think of that so far.
That's pretty cool. A
That's a
symbolism of a reminder. Same like how people are married and they have a ring on their finger. So whenever they go out, they're reminded that they have a wife and they don't go around flirting. So things like that. So if you have a symbol to remind you that Jesus is with you and he is your God, maybe that could be one of the more positive opinion.
But of course,
I
there
guess.
can be other reasons that you do it lah, which I'm not so sure about. But the ones that I can think of now is that lah.
All right.
Yeah.
Good. So some feedbacks from the audience. The loading filters are slowly becoming very real. So yes,
Oh, no.
people do need to load. And Khyenn, I hope you're doing all right. You look a little bit tired, but let's move on. So if there's any more questions from the public, do type it out, and we will attempt to get them answered. Please also ask based on topic, because I know 10 Commandments is a big topic. And we will attempt to cover the other parts of 10 Commandments some other time. So if we can't answer your question today, we will hope to answer them in a different episode of ATCHAT Chat. Cool. Back to Keziah and Khyenn. So we have established that this is a commandment, and both of you also Pastor Andy said that this came from God, right? It doesn't come from man, and God's vision or God's word never changes, and therefore Khyenn and Keziah, both of you said that it's relevant. So in today's age, as young Christians, right, why is it becoming very difficult for Christians to practice or to live out these 10 commandments? It's a commandment, right? Like we are supposed to follow. And it's like a duh moment. We are Christian, we are supposed to follow. But why is it that people are just not doing it? They are disobeying it. What makes it difficult?
The world that we live in has different opinions lah, and distractions, I guess. Because right, if you think about it, if let's say you can fully live every day like obeying all these commandments, right, I think your life would be like no problem lah. But that is not logically possible because of many reasons. And one reason would be probably peer pressure. Like if everyone around you is doing one thing and then you feel like you need to do it as well. It is real though, because for example, if everybody in the room that you're with or everybody who you surround yourself, for example, they steal, okay, let's say you're like with your friends are all like thieves, then of course it's very hard for you to not do it because of peer pressure lah, as I said. And I think that is one of the reasons, and of course other distractions lah in life. Yeah.
I think breaking rules in general is not just a Christian thing, it's a human thing. But like knowing that we broke a rule or a commandment and then not wanting to change is the problem lah. Like when we know that we broke a commandment or like broke a rule, we shouldn't make it an excuse, but we should moving forward, we should learn how to improve from there lah. Yeah, I think the sin part is like not wanting to improve. Yeah, that's from me. But yeah, I agree with Khyenn. It's the influence.
Cool. So it's the sometimes to keep to a vision and a goal, you need the right people to surround you, and in this sense, to keep to the vision and goal in your life to be the best Christian ever, you also want to be surrounded by the so-called best Christians ever lah, and they will continue to encourage you and motivate you, and also be there when you fall, but also be there to remind you that God's commandment is there and you should follow. So that's what I'm gathering from you. Having the right group of friends, and even even having the right groups as Christian is also important, right? because we want to encourage Christians to live up to the standard that they claim to be. Am I right?
Yeah. Correct.
Awesome. Yeah, Pastor Andy, any thoughts or anything you want to say?
No, carry on. I'm just listening.
Okay, so we have
Wait, just now
yeah, go
about
ahead.
the statement about friends, right? You said about Christian friends,
Yeah,
right? I think yes, it's good to mix yourself with people who have the same beliefs as yourself, but also don't make it as though you only can mix with Christian friends. Does it make sense? That means you should not because you're not a Christian, I don't want to be that close with you. I don't want to be a friend. I don't want to be your friend or something like that. You should not do that because everyone is human after all, and I think we have no right to judge lah. Yeah, but surrounding yourself with people who have the same beliefs will probably help you grow. But at some point, you also have to mix with other people as well lah. Yeah.
All right, thanks for clarifying. Appreciate that. Okay. Yeah, any other thoughts on why is it difficult for Christians to keep the commandments? What do you think, viewers? What do you think? Is it difficult, or maybe some of you think it is easy job, man? I live and breathe the 10 Commandments. So if you have any thoughts, do put down in the comment section. If not, we can move on. Shall we move on? Keziah and Khyenn?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, we have a question from the crowd, and his or her name is MC. All right, and so MC is asking, how is adultery justified? Okay, so and then organizer later also asked MC, could you elaborate your question for the panelists? But no response from that. But how is adultery justified? Maybe in the context of these 10 commandments.
How do you answer that question though?
I guess
we don't. That's why I think our organizer did the right thing to
right.
ask him to elaborate, because just how is adultery justified, meaning
to what point do you call it adultery?
Or like I do adultery and then it's not wrong because I justify it this way, or is it like, I've done adultery before but now I'm justified because I have Jesus in my heart, or like I don't know. Unless Keziah and Khyenn, you get the question and you know what this person means.
I think I need more context.
Okay, more context.
Okay.
So yeah,
maybe if
ahead,
whoever this person is, MC, if you are still watching, if you can maybe give us a bit of context, a bit of background of what this question is all about, and we'll be able to better answer it.
I think like I don't have an answer, but more like like you do. Wait, how to say that? If you don't want others to do it to you, then don't do it to others lah. That means if let's say if you're married and you don't want your partner to do a certain thing, then you yourself shouldn't do it. Does it make sense? Like if you don't want people to steal your stuff, then you don't steal lah, something like that. But yeah, I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah.
Well, if it makes sense to you, it makes sense to everybody, right? Okay, so thanks for answering that, Khyenn. And of course, MC, if you would like to get your question answered in a more better context, perhaps you can type it out in the comment section or chat box. If not, I think Khyenn's answer is quite generally good. If do unto others what you want others to do unto you, right? So there's that. Thanks for your answer. Okay, right. So any more questions? What is this? All right. Organizer is sending. Okay, so any more questions from the public? If not, Keziah and Khyenn. Interestingly, we have a question from Singwei. Is it difficult to keep the 10 commandments?
Ganesh, I think that one is our organizer repeating your question just now. The public, yeah.
Okay, organizer, come on. Stop repeating my question. Okay. All right. Okay. So I have a question. So earlier Khyenn was saying I think Khyenn answered the question earlier by saying surround yourself with good friends, and later she said also surround yourself with you just make friends lah, right? It doesn't matter whether it's Christians or non-Christian. But my question here is, do you think that the 10 commandments are also relevant to people who are not of the Christian faith? What do you think about that? Like of course the 10 commandments, we talk about it in a context where it's for Christians, right? To obey it. But what about the non-Christians? What do you think?
Personally, for me, I feel that non-Christians won't feel that it's relevant to them because it's a Christian thing. So therefore, they won't think that it's applied to them. It's only applied for a certain group of people. But if the 10 commandments were to put out there and not label it as like from God or like anything to do that is related to Christianity, then I think some non-believers will do it, because some may see in a point of view where they see it as a good practice or good guide to live a good lifestyle in that sense. So yeah, I think it's more of an option to non-believers because they see it as a Christian thing, so they might want to practice it or might not want to practice it. If they even practice it, might not be like the whole 10 commandments because they are not a believer. Yeah.
Can I ask you all this? Maybe I thought of a question, like just generally speaking, do you all think the 10 commandments, or just rules and commandments in general, is it good for human beings? I'm asking this because there are people who say, it's like things are subjective anyway. What's right for you may not be right for me. Don't impose your rules on me. It may work for you, but it doesn't work on me. We have free will. Freedom of choice. There are a lot of people who are into these kind of things now and speaking up against that. And I guess that's why we're even discussing, like, is the 10 commandments relevant? I guess what we're really trying to say is, are rules good for people? Is the 10 commandments good for everybody? What do y'all think? Should human beings have rules and commandments?
Okay, answering from like the rules one, I think ultimately everything will have two sides, because like we're all humans, we all have our own opinions and our own thoughts, where to you it might seem right and to me it might not seem right, that kind of thing. Or to me it might seem very right and to you it might not. And I think it's all about what you believe in and what you where's your stand lah. For example, I don't want to give any examples, but like there are things that is right to some people and wrong to others. And I think rules are there to keep you to maintain order lah, right? Because if there's no rules, then we will all go out of order. And whether people agree about it or not is a different thing lah. Yeah.
So that's the thing. So the question becomes, who gets to make the rule? Because if what's right for me may not be right for you, and vice versa, that means I get to also say, well, I don't accept your rules. So if you happen to be the person making the rules and I don't agree with your rules, I basically don't agree with you lah. So the question becomes, who gets to make the rule?
I think because we're living in a world, right, it would probably go by majority. If let's say majority thinks it's right, then it will be right lah. I feel like that's the way it has been and probably will be.
Can the majority be wrong?
Can, of course.
So who
like if 1 + 1, everybody says 2, right? But there are some people who can say that it's not right. But because majority says 1 + 1 is 2, then we all agree that it's 2. Like there are like different ways of saying things lah, and it's all based on your opinions and what you have been taught to believe lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the question now is, but my original question was, does human being is commandments and rules and law good for human beings? Do we need it, or should we just live in a society where we just decide lah what is right for ourselves? We don't need someone else to decide for us.
I personally think that commandments and rules are important for human, especially when in this context we're talking about the 10 commandments, right? I think that it's very important to humans, especially when it's given by God, when God made the rule. So it's important because I feel like whatever commandments that God has set thousands and thousands of years ago is currently happening now, when like if we see it, like the commandments given thousands of years ago are like a warning to humans on what to avoid, but humans still do it anyways. But yeah, I feel like the 10 commandments is important. Example, like I'll just give some example, like the commandment honor or obey your father and mother. I'm just gonna share one short story. So there's this one story where in India where there was an incident where this guy, he sued his parents for giving birth to him without permission. So that is like breaking the commandment already, which God has like warned thousands of years ago. But if humans were to follow the commandments given a long time ago, then I think our world will be very harmony. We will have harmony among each other. But because of humans, yes, we do not follow. So yeah, I think commandments and not I think I believe commandments and rules are important for human.
Yeah, which I think, yeah, thanks for sharing your thoughts, Khyenn and Keziah, which I think that's why the next question that I asked earlier is also important, because if rules are good for human beings, but human beings are not necessarily right all the time and good at making rules, right? Because just because majority believe in something doesn't mean the majority is right. So that's why the question of, okay, if rules and laws and commandments are good, who gets to make them? So like, for example, if we go with the whole, like the current sentiment, right, in our world today, generally speaking, like it's like, oh, freedom of choice, you know, what's relatively, what subjectivity, what is right for me may not be right for you, but what is right for you may not be right for me, that kind of thing, right? So let's say, Ganesh, I come to your house, Ganesh, now, okay? I take your laptop and chow. What would you do, Ganesh?
I'll chase after you.
Hey, wait, but why? Because why you chase after me? Why do you chase after me?
Why? Because it's mine, what? You are stealing.
So you think it's wrong that I took your laptop?
Of course.
But I think it's right.
Cannot.
And what you think does not apply to me because I am me. I feel that I can take whatever I want from you. Right? And you can take whatever you want from me, but I might not let you take it lah. But you cannot say I cannot take your laptop, because to me, it is not wrong to take your laptop. Now you see we have a problem. Ganesh is rolling now.
Welcome to the gang.
No, but what I'm trying to get at is, this is what will happen if we leave it to human beings to decide what the law is. Because me, human being A, decides that I can take whatever I want from anyone I want, and it's not wrong. Because to me, my justification is, if it's there, if it's available, why Ganesh didn't lock his door? If he locked his door, I cannot get it. But he didn't lock his door, so means it's available to me, I can take it. And it's not wrong. To Ganesh, taking something without permission is wrong. But this is what happens when human beings make the rules. It becomes opinion, it becomes... So I think we need someone or something other than human being making the rules. And I think that points to a deeper truth, besides just whether the 10 Commandments is relevant or not, is like, therefore, human beings need God. Someone needs to be the one that is right all the time, and that someone needs to be the one that makes the rules. Otherwise, I will literally go to Kanish's house now and take his nice setup. He got a very nice setup, no? 2 screen, microphone, webcam. Wow, I want to sapu everything, man.
Sapu.
Yeah.
Deep.
All right. Wow. Thanks for sharing, Pastor Andy. That's why we have you in the show, so that when the other 3Ks are stuck, we got the candy.
So I think
Yeah.
because of the example, we can answer the question in the viewers lah. Talking about covetousness.
Covetousness.
Is that desiring for something considered being covetous? Wow.
Yes. Assuming someone desires to study overseas in a preferred university. So this is a desire, right? He wants something for himself and all that. Is that consider covetousness? Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yes, as in that's the answer. Yes, or yes, as in yes, that's the question. Yes.
No. I'm not as yes as in yes. That's the question.
All right. What do you think, Keziah and Khyenn? And we'll probably close with this.
Wait, let me Google what is covetousness.
Maybe okay lah. Okay,
Yeah.
because of time, but actually, right? Kanesh, you already said that what you put here is a short form, right, and a paraphrase in a way.
Yes, I did.
Because in the Bible, the context is the Bible says, "You shall not covet your neighbor's house.
Yeah.
You shall not covet your neighbor's wife, nor his male servant." That means, in other words, you shall not covet something that belongs to someone else.
Yeah. All right.
Because if desiring for something is wrong, habis lah, I desire the best for my son. Oh shucks, that's wrong. So I don't think that's but
I think like
Khyenn, go ahead.
Okay, so like don't want to desire what other people have lah, because if you do that and if you like live that way, I think your life will be very miserable, cause it's like you're gonna be living in like just jealousy lah, right? And I think, and if you have like people who is like always coveting about others, sorry, wait, let me think how to phrase this. If let's say you're the people around you is always desiring things from other people as well, then you will feel that your environment is kind of very toxic and not peaceful lah, because everybody wants something from someone and you're like there's no peace there, and it's all like not pure intentions anymore. So I think that commandment was there so that because if you live that way, you will be very miserable because you constantly desire to have other people's things. Yeah, but desiring for something good is not wrong. For example, if let's say you want to do well in the future, you desire to do well in the future, or you desire to do something, I don't think that is wrong lah. But desiring something that belongs to other people is not good for yourself and for others as well.
Okay. Wow. Speaking from experience, Khyenn.
Yeah. Very good, huh?
Everyone wants what you have.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing, Khyenn. Yes. Pastor Andy, you are right. This is a short form. So the longer form has a neighbor's wife involved, has goods involved, and stuff like that. In fact, I intentionally leave it like that so we can talk about it. So that organizer, good job.
This is so might as well use this opportunity to say we must read the Bible in context.
Okay, pandai.
Don't just take the text. Must read the context.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have time for one more question?
We are out of time, but I think this question is quite important.
Yes.
Because our target audience are teenagers.
Yes.
And this question is applicable to majority of them.
I think we got parents watching also.
Yeah. So
I think the Jonathan Singh's father is watching. I don't know whether Keziah knows this man or not.
Maybe the father is Jonathan Singh.
Keziah is not Keziah Singh, ma. She's not Keziah Singh. She's Keziah Kaur, so different lah.
Okay.
They-
Super off topic. Okay.
Okay.
So this is a
Okay.
question. Is it possible to honor our parents at all times? Okay. It's a very popular question, especially on our category of age, and especially so that at all times. What if we want to get A but they want us to get B? Wait, is that even a question? Okay.
No.
Yeah. Wait.
No. What if it's an example? What if the son wants A but the parent wants B? Not like in the exam, the son wants to get A, the parents say go and get B enough. Yeah.
But some parents want us to get B lah, because they don't want
Yeah
us
lah,
to be
maybe
better
lah.
than them lah. So
I see,
but
okay.
anyway, is it possible to honor our parents at all times? What are your thoughts?
Well, for me,
Diva?
right?
Yes.
My confirm my father watching this lah. So I have to say something nice. Okay, so I don't think it's possible to honor at all times, like every second. But I think it's possible to honor them every day, if that makes sense. Reason
Wow,
being
you
is
okay, let me put a light loading icon. You can't do it at all times. You can do it every day.
Okay.
Yeah, and every day
Not
is
like-
I'll put this one.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I don't know how to put it in a better way, but yeah, I think all times is a bit impossible, especially like when you get into an argument, then you start seeing your parents in a different perspective, like I don't want, this is like not fair, or blah blah blah, like that lah. So when you face into an argument, or into an argument, then you find it hard to honor them because you disagree with them. There's a disagreement, right? So your inner feelings will be like, no, you will put a wall in between yourself. Then you will start saying like, oh, I don't want to honor my parents because they're like this, like this, like this. So I think like honor all times is a bit hard for a teen's perspective, but you should honor your parents. I don't know how to say it, but yeah, basically you guys sort of get it, right?
All right.
So much pressure knowing that your parents are
Yeah.
possibly watching.
And I can hear my own voice.
Okay. Getting brownie points from your father. Okay, cool. Honor your parents. Every time it's impossible, but every day it's possible. So honor your parents every day.
What does honor mean?
Good. So, Pastor, what do you think? I think at this point, we have to answer that question. What is honor? And that
Yeah,
will
I
probably
think-
answer many other questions on this.
I think sometimes we find it difficult to answer this question because we maybe get mixed up between honor and obeying and agreeing and liking. They're not all the same things. When God said honor your father and your mother, He didn't say you must like them, which means it is possible to dislike your parents for whatever reason and still honor them. It is possible to disagree with your parents. So the question by Jeremy is like a disagreement question, right? I want A, they want B. How do I still honor them when I obviously disagree with them? So we must understand that honoring and agreeing is not the same thing. You can disagree and still honor. Like for example, if the Prime Minister walks into the hall that you're in, okay, and maybe it's not the Prime Minister that you voted for. So this is getting too real. Or it may not be the Prime Minister that you like or agree, whoever the Prime Minister is, but you may still have to stand up. Or you still have to greet the person because that's honor. So what is honor? Well, if you look at the word honor in the biblical sense, especially in the Hebrew sense, the word is kabad. Honor is kabad. And of course, the Old Testament is in the Ten Commandments written in the Old Testament, therefore it's the Hebrew word, therefore kabad comes into question. Kabad just means to put weight. To put weight on. Now, you know how in some cultures, how they honor the guests of the VIP is when they come, they actually put a garland over them. They actually put something on them, whether a garland or coat, whatever. So that is literally putting more weight on the person, right? You put extra weight on the person. So that is a physical representation of honor, putting weight. That means valuing them, give weight to them. So honoring God means to honoring God means to take His word as more weight than anybody else's word, for example, right? Valuing time with God as more valuable and more weightier than time with anybody else. So that's what honor means. That's why you agree or you don't agree, you can still honor them. And to me, one of the expressions of honor, now we can agree and disagree, or like we can discuss on ways of honoring your parents when you disagree with them. There are many different ways, I feel. Okay. Some people feel like, okay lah, to honor my parents, even though I disagree, I will just go with their choice. That may be honoring them. But I also feel like honoring them could be actually not purposely go and do the opposite or create a war with them. I feel like another way to honor them could be actually talking to them honestly and say, Dad, I really don't agree with you. I really hope you can hear my thoughts. But I would also like to listen to your thoughts, why you think that is better. I think that's honor.
Yeah.
As opposed to like, my dad doesn't understand, my mother don't know what she's talking about. I'm just going to do my own thing. That's dishonor. Right?
Yep.
So I hope I answered the question.
Yep.
Much better.
All right. Excellent. Thanks for sharing, Pastor Andy. And hope that answered your question, Jeremy. It is 9:05 and it is time to say or close Exchange Chat for today. Once again, I'd like to thank our panel, Keziah and Khyenn. But just before we go, Pastor Andy, as the pastor of this show, do you have anything to say about the relevance of the 10 Commandments, or any advice or thoughts that you can give to the rest of our viewers? Yeah.
Now, I think somewhere along our conversation we brought up something even deeper than that, which is like the need for God in a human being's life. I think at the end of the day, only God gets to make the rules, and without God, we human beings really have a problem, because nobody knows what's right or wrong. Everybody is up, gets to decide what they want. It's a very chaotic world. So I think what's important, if anyone's out there watching, and maybe you're someone who maybe never really thought about the existence of God, you don't think you need God, you think God is just a man's idea, maybe you can reconsider that thought. And I think we can start to, I want to invite you to kind of like, study and learn up and discover and find out more about God, about this God, especially this God who wrote these 10 Commandments. You can do that. One way is to join us for X-Teens Live. But there are many different churches as well that you can join. But now that it's online, you know what? Doesn't matter where you are physically, you can just log in. So we'd like to invite you to join us every Saturday for X-Teens Live and Sunday for X-Church online worship service. You guys are tech savvy, you're already watching this, so you know what to do. Search us, search X-Teens, search X-Church, and you'll find us and you'll know where our streams are. So I hope you will at least have your heart open to let God reveal Himself to you. Yep, that's it.
That's right. So do follow us on Instagram or Facebook on X-Teens. X-Teens Chat specifically happens every 2 times a month. The next one is pretty juicy. It's going to happen on Valentine's Day, which is on Sunday itself. We're going to talk about girls and guys and Valentine's, all right? So tune in if you want to know more and ask more and discuss more and chat more. Other than that, I will see you guys in the coming X-Teens Chat. Once again, thank you to Khyenn and Keziah. You guys are awesome. And for the rest of you viewers, I will see you guys in our next episode of X-Teens Chat.
Thank you for having us.
Okay. Bye-bye, everyone. See you guys.
Bye, guys.
Oh, wait. I need to put in my exit glasses. Exit glasses. Where is it? There you go. Aha!
Wow. Nice, huh?
Okay, everybody. Ciao. Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.